The new ChatGPT image update just came out and it is seriously making graphic designers sweat. I mean, this thing can actually generate proper text now. Would you believe that? I wouldn't have a month ago. And today, I'm going to be going over the 8 different ways with you to teach you how to become a power user. Yep, that's right. This thing is absolutely insane, and I wanted to know myself, how exactly can I use it to the maximum benefit? So whether you're a creator, a business, or you just want to use it for yourself, this thing is absolutely insane, and we're going to be kind of building step by step to show you exactly how you can use it to its maximum benefit. With that being said, let's jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to jump into right off the bat here is actually making a logo. I'm going to simply say I'm making a logo for my coffee shop and need a cat logo. Just going to simply say that. And so it's probably going to give me some text, and it's going to say, what do you want the name of your coffee shop to be, the vibe you're going for? I'm going to say, create the image. And so what it's going to go do here is it's going to actually go and create the image. Now, the coolest thing about this new image model is that it actually works really, really well, and it can interpret and generate text really, really well. One thing you do have to note here, though, to become a true power user is, just like a regular ChatGPT power user, make your prompts as specific as possible. The more information that ChatGPT has, the more it has to work with. Right now, I'm just giving it a blank slate. I'm just saying, hey, you have the full creative freedom to make a logo for a coffee shop that has a cat in it. But talking about the color of the cat, talking about if there's any other things that it should include. Right now, it's making the logo completely from scratch, and we haven't given it any sort of color direction, and that's fine for this. But as always, the first thing you want to do is actually make sure that your prompts are extremely detailed. In this case, because I'm showing off the image generation, we don't need to actually do that. As we can see here in just a couple seconds, we got Cozy Cat Coffee Shop. I could download this image, throw it in, create it as an SVG, and that's now my own logo. And as we can see here, it did a pretty good job with it. But the second thing you can do here to actually become a true power user is understanding exactly how you can edit something that ChatGPT has created with its image model. Now, the biggest mistake I see here is typically if somebody wants to make an adjustment to this logo, for instance, they would hop into Ask Anything and say, I want you to change XYZ. But in this case, if you're a true power user, you would know that if you click on the image and go to the top right corner, we can actually select parts of the image that we want to redraw. So instead of Cozy Cat Coffee Shop, I want this to be Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop. And so I can just simply select that, and I could say, make it say Cozy Kitten. And then I'll go and I'll submit that there. And so now I'm not just submitting it with the text by itself, but I'm actually highlighting the specific section on the image that I want it to adjust so that it can actually do that. Now, a lot of people didn't know that that's an actual thing and are surprised or confused or angry when it doesn't give them the exact same adjustment. But I'm simply saying here, take the current image that you have and just rewrite Cozy Cat to say Cozy Kitten. And as we can see here, it's going to go and create that image, and it should look pretty much spot on identical to what we just created with the adjustment of saying Cozy Kitten. Because that's one of the biggest things of this new AI model is that it actually does text really well, which is awesome. And there we go. As we can see here, it now says Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop, and the logo is pretty much exactly the same. I think it's pretty well identical, where if you know previously, the DALL-E model typically would go and create a completely different image from what you just said. But in just a couple seconds there, I was able to select exactly what I wanted it to change, and now we've got a new and updated image. So great, now I've got the logo that I actually want for my business. What is the third thing I can do to become a power user? Well, now with this new AI model, I can take it a step further, and I can actually make branded merch based on this image, based on this logo that I just created. So the third thing I'm going to do as a power user is know the power of being able to take something that I've either uploaded as an image or an image that's been created in ChatGPT and use it for other things. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to make some coffee cup merch and put on my website with this logo on it. Well, I could take this image, download it, put it in Canva or Photoshop, or I could simply say, make a coffee cup mock-up with this logo on it in a coffee shop. And so now that I've said, make a coffee cup mock-up with this logo on it in a coffee shop, what it's going to actually do here is it's going to take this logo and actually put it on a coffee cup in a coffee shop. I don't have to spend time actually changing that or downloading it or putting it into some other application that I would just be editing the photo in. What I can do in reality here with this new AI image model is that I can just create those mockups, and that extends to anything, not just for creating real world products, but also creating digital ones. And there we go. In literally probably like 30 to 45 seconds, we have the Cozy Kitten coffee shop logo put onto a mockup of a coffee cup. And you can see here that it's even bending the text to make it so that it goes around the circumference of the coffee cup. So we know that it's actually taking that into consideration here. And again, if I want to adjust it, I can literally just do that. Or what I could do if I wanted to is literally put in an image here of a blank coffee cup and then tell ChatGPT to put the logo on it. And it could do that for us. The fourth thing you could do as a power user is knowing how to actually use this into different formats. So what we just did there was one of those formats. It was making an actual product mockup, but it extends so much further than this. You need to know that as a power user, you could take this into any sort of format. You could take it into a coffee shop mockup here. We could take it into a product mockup, or what we're going to do is we're going to say, make a Facebook ad for this coffee shop. Just literally going to say that. I'm literally going to say, make a Facebook ad for this coffee shop. And so now we're taking it in a different direction. So we're going to see here, image the coffee cup mockup you just made with the caption, ad text, etc. And I'm going to say, make a visual ad for this Facebook ad. And so what I'm trying to prompt it to do here is to actually go ahead and create the image. So seeing as we're just about halfway through the list here, I just want to bring you up to speed on exactly what those four things are again. The first one, of course, being give your prompt very specific instructions, then the ability to actually take it and adjust things with the selection tool, then the ability to actually go and create product mockups as a result of this, and then number four, the actual ability to go ahead and make this both physical and digital. So you can create images on anything. It doesn't have to just be on a real world product or a digital product. You can actually upload an image and then have it take parts of that image out, or you could upload an image into ChatGPT and then put that on the image that you just generated. So I'll show you that in just a second because that'll bring us to number 5. But I just want to see here exactly what it creates for this ad copy. So knowing what to do when things go wrong is number 5, and that's kind of a cheat one, but I promise we'll make up for it with our number 6. So knowing what to do when it goes wrong, refreshing, creating a new chat, hopping back into that chat, or just trying a different model is always a great way to go. But number 6, how can we actually take this to the next level? So now that we have our actual image here, let me go ahead and just download it so that we actually know that we're using the proper image. So what I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to go to the stock photo of a man holding a coffee cup. As we can see here, it's a white coffee cup, or we could pick this one and we could simply save the image. I'll save that in my documents. We can pop back to ChatGPT, upload from computer, upload that stock photo here. I'm also uploading that Cozy Kitten logo I just did, and I'm going to say, I want you to put the logo on the stock photo I uploaded. So now we're giving it a little bit of a technical requirement. I'm not asking it to generate the image completely from scratch. Rather, I'm asking it to take this stock photo that I just uploaded and to put the Cozy Kitten coffee shop logo onto it. Imagine you're someone who has to pay a graphic designer to do this, or you have no design skills, you don't know what the programs are. How would you go ahead and do this? Well, as a power user, you shouldn't have to. You should just be able to upload this stock photo and get that logo put on nicely. Okay, and as we can see here, it's gone ahead and it has generated that image, so it's not literally taking the image and putting it, but we have the guy holding the coffee cup now, and it says Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop, and that logo matches perfectly. So there we go. We were actually able to take that logo and put it onto an actual real stock photo and get a nice looking mock-up out of that. So now that's gonna bring us on to number 7, and that is going back to remembering that if we wanna make adjustments to anything at any time, we can just click into here and be able to describe what we wanna add, remove, or replace. But we can also upload from computer. So if I go ahead here and I upload the image of that coffee cup, or I upload the image of just the logo, I'm able to make adjustments in real time. But something that the power users know that the regular users don't is the ability to actually take this image and now adjust it into any style that you could possibly want. So let's say, for example, this looks hyper-realistic and I want to make it more in a fall style or a winter style. What I can actually do is I can actually change the setting, adjust the lighting. I'm not just making adjustments to the actual content of the image, but I'm actually changing how the image looks itself. So what I'm going to describe here is I'm going to say, I want you to change this photo to a winter setting. And so because I actually hit enter there, replying to that image itself, it's going to once again use that image as a base to actually make the adjustments I'm asking for. So instead of just going off of the image I've uploaded or, something else like that, I'm literally replying to it from this image itself. So we can see here that for Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop, and this image in particular, this is the image that it's going to use as a reference to actually go and make it a winter setting. Great. So now that that image is done, we can see here that it took the coffee cup with the picture on it and it put it in a winter setting, just as I had described. Because it's not just about creating the image once and then regenerating it each time as it did with Dolly. It's about taking the content of the image and actually being able to adjust it. Honestly, I love the way that this looks. And this is actually going to bring us to number 8, which I would say is one of the most important of all. As we can see here, I have a man in a coffee shop stock photo. And I'm just going to copy that photo. So I've just gone ahead and pasted that image in here. And what we're going to actually do is take this man from this photo and bring him out of the photo and put him into our image. So I'm going to say here, take the man from this image and make him hold the coffee cup in this same winter setting. And so what we can see here is that this is just a normal Shutterstock photo, but I'm actually saying take the man from this image and make him hold the coffee cup in the same winter setting. So now, instead of doing what I did earlier where I gave it the blank picture of the coffee cup and the logo and I said, just put the logo on the coffee cup, now I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm actually going to take a person in real life and I'm going to put it onto an image that ChatGPT has created so that it fits my brand. So once it gets started here, what it's going to hopefully do is take this man in the red plaid and put him into this image with the coffee cup, with the winter background, and with our Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop logo. And there we go, taken straight out of the image, right down to the finest detail of his very puffy under eye. No offense to you. We've actually got the man in the winter background holding our Cozy Kitten Coffee Shop coffee cup. That is a mouthful. And as we can see here, we obviously know that this is AI generated, but as the technology continues to advance, you can only imagine that this is going to get more and more photorealistic. And with that, hopefully you have everything you need to know to actually become a power user. Going over it from start to finish, we literally made a coffee shop logo, changed it with the selection tool. We were able to actually make a product mock-up. Then we were able to make visual ads for it, showing that we could do it in multiple mediums. Then we were able to actually take that and put it on an existing stock image with relative ease. Then we were able to take the image, change it, put it in any sort of environment that we wanted. And then finally, we were able to actually take someone, pull him directly out of his image and put him into our AI generated one. And with that being said, I hope you create some awesome stuff with this. I can't wait to see what it is. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, my name is Josh Mountain. I'll see you in the next one.